chorus is like the bread and butter. That if that sounds good, then you're like halfway there.
Which another thing that I want to get onto is when it comes to writing. Now you're a bit of a bit of a perfectionist, if
Yeah.
you don't mind me saying. Like you don't like if the words don't go right, like you have to have a great flow in the songs. Which
Yeah, yeah.
when I listen to your songs, they do have a great flow, and that takes a lot of time. Well, does it take a lot of time? Because
Well,
like you'd have to sit over a song for a long time just to get that flow, and like if it doesn't, like you could have great lyrics, but then completely change those lyrics just because it doesn't flow right,
oh
and then
yeah, and
go a whole different direction.
as the more I write, the more I understand that even the way I do it now, it's even um a particular sound. So uh like for example, it's like I'm working on this one. It's like only for you. So I'd be like only for, and maybe I had something else there, but I'd be like, no, it doesn't. You can tell when it doesn't roll off your tongue. It's very
Mm.
strange when a sound. So if you have a melody, you need to just keep throwing sounds at that melody. Like there's a website you can look up word families. Like word families are basically the ending of words, like ac, it'll, est. You know what I mean? The end and sound of words. Because the beautiful thing about songwriting is that there's only, if you write a sentence like I went down the street, and depending on your rhyming structure, now I don't want to get too into the weeds, but you need to rhyme whatever structure you have in your head for that rhyme. Like a lot, I really, because it's not just like let's say going down the street, moving your feet. There's other rhyming schemes like the famous example I use is like a Wonderwall. Like today was gonna be the day that I'm gonna throw it back to you. So it's like rhyme, rhyme, sentence, rhyme, rhyme, and then a sentence that rhymes with the previous sentence. Now it
Mm.
sounds it's a little bit more complicated, but you can if you listen to loads of songs, you can spot these patterns of rhyming schemes that you can incorporate in your own songs, and it's a total, you're gonna have a different melody, but yeah. So with the writing, like
Yeah,
I could
sorry
like
for cutting across you, but you like it's not even like you can get like very technical in the sense that it's not even about the rhyme. Well, it is obviously about the rhyming, but it comes down to the syllables. Like even like
yeah, yeah,
building
no,
up the
and
syllables. Like
I know I now I'm at a point where um I kind of, it takes me a long time to write music.
mm,
I could put a half an hour in and I could only get like two lines sometimes, like
yeah,
because I've gone through them and I'm trying. I really go over them, but I think because I'm trying to push. I'm always trying to, like, let's say I'm using a particular word, like I've noticed a pattern. I'm like, I need to branch out. I need to branch out. I need to not like what would it be like if I didn't have never? What if I couldn't say the word never? How could I write this otherwise, right? So it's like creating these constraints. And another thing as well that I've really started to do uh on a few songs that like I've hit the jackpot on one, that, you know, that play to win, like I'm
yeah.
taking this
Ah,
way, that bridge bit, right? I
that's gonna be a
start
cracker when it comes out.
right, I started writing that backwards, that bridge bit backwards,
Mm,
right? So I had the melody, I wrote the last line, and then I wrote the line next to that, and then I worked backwards, and I ended up really surprising myself with what I got. So like trying to think outside the box of ways of writing, and then trying to I get real, like now there's a song I'm working on now that you haven't seen yet, that I'll definitely it's gonna be class, I think. But the rhyming scheme in that is once I get it in my head, it's like there's like double rhymes. So it could be like I'm giving a living and 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 bivin a divin. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like I'm like I box myself in because I'm like that word needs to rhyme with that word, and then the syllables it needs to, because you know how many syllables it can fit really when you sing it.
Mm.
like you get it, and then you're like, you know, you get it from experience. You just experience what it's like when a word's like, let's say you're singing a song and you're like, it's not sounding that good. I don't know what's going on. Like usually it just comes down to the flow of words, and a good way to get out of that is just to speak gibberish, like ba da boo ga da be da boo, and then you can kind of get a sense of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And get a sense of the syllables. But
yeah,
again, like but you can get too bogged down in the rules, but I can't help it. Like it's just that's what I
yeah,
do, right? And I enjoy it. I enjoy it because I'm reading Ulysses, James Joyce, right? And I mean, that lad was on a totally different level. Like I don't know really what's going on in the book because there's no real story. He's pushing the English language into a totally different place, and it's just you're trying to just be along for the ride. It's actually having such an influence on how I want to put together words, because it's like you want to try produce sentences that never existed before. You know what I mean? Like that's what I like.
mm,
That's not always. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just want to say the shit thing, but it's like when you say something that like, because it's like there's an infinite way to bring words together. Like it's
mm.
unbelievable how many ways. Like we haven't run out of ways, and
Yeah,
actually we will run out of melodies. Like there's only so many ways you can put notes in order, so all the melodies will have been done eventually. But anyway,
but,
yeah. So I
but
don't know
putting
where I went off of that.
but putting those, yeah, yeah, no, but putting those words together. Listen, that's why I wanted to get onto that, because like, listen, and there's a lot of people in, and if they tune in now or if they tune in later, will like take that advice. That's an amazing advice, and especially because you hear so many songs on. Up and coming artists, independent artists that are like not struggling. That's a bad word again, but
Having a
like that
hard
they're
time.
trying to find why the song isn't working, and sometimes it can get down to that. And like that's why like a lot of, like when I have songs and I write a song, like I'd send it to you and you'd say like, listen, you could add a syllable in here, that doesn't work, that word doesn't
Yeah,
work, and
yeah.
we do, and like the two of us sort of like play off each other in that sense, which is great. And like you do, like you would encourage like speaking
Oh
to a
yeah, yeah.
musician friend, and that it is great, and I definitely encourage it. But listen, let's get on to the good questions, right? How's your father
Which
now?
one?
How's your
The
father?
comedy.
I want to get on to this. How's your father? Because I know you do this. How's your father?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
want I want people on the page to know what how's your father is, because I
So
fucking love it. I love it. I think it's brilliant.
yeah, like me and see my brother had this kind of crisis last year when, because we have this company jobalert.ie. Both of us work for it, but he was kind of tired of the day in day out work of it, and he just thought, what would it be like if I just did what I enjoyed? And he remembered back in school he really liked to write comedy sketches, and he was just like, we should do sketches, we should write comedy, like we should try it, why not? And it was during the last lockdown last year, and we got a green screen. He got loads of editing software, and we got loads of like costumes, like priest costumes, all sorts of costumes. It's not just priests, like, you know what I mean. But the so we basically just started sitting down and trying to write funny stuff. And but when you're writing stuff with somebody like comedy, like you're kind of, there's a lot of like, what if they did this? And it's like, no. What if they did that? No. So the filter of having someone there, what you think is funny, like you need two people to agree it's funny. Otherwise, like it's probably not funny. You know what I mean? Like I'm telling you, it's a really good filter, because when the two of us think something's funny, it's like, all right, this is good, let's do this. But so we got kind of into that. We're trying to do at least once a month now. It's just hard. It's just hard. Like we'd like to have more time,
Yeah.
but
Well, obviously you're
yeah.
working, and the two of you work together, and you run a great site. what's it, jobalert.ie.
Job alert, yeah. Shout out.
Jobalert.ie, which if anybody's looking for a job, go on to jobalert.ie. That's only in Ireland. If you're looking for a job in
Yeah.
America, you're gonna have to go to somewhere
Go
else.
somewhere else.
But
Yeah.
listen, one of the videos on how's your father that I like, there was tears coming out my eyes of laughter. That was the coronavirus vaccine, and
Yeah.
when you got the coronavirus vaccine for Christmas, the tears were coming out my eyes. Now, I don't know whether I was
Jesus.
drunk, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was hilarious. It was like it's one of those segments that you laugh and you laugh, but like it's great to have that that relationship with a sibling, because there's a lot of people out there now. Like, listen, I have four brothers and one sister, and I don't have that kind of close relationship to
Yeah.
create with. Well, I do with one of my older brother, Anthony. We kind of we do screen printing together, but like to have that closeness with your sibling and to be able to create, and I'm sure like even when you go live, he's always there to drop in a message, whether it's
Yeah.
fucking slagging you, taking the piss out of you or not. But it's great to have
Or
that,
just
and
to, or
like
just to
that.
have his just to have it open, so I don't go into zero.
But that bond with a sibling is amazing. It is. But listen, let us know, what is the future for Basil Breen? Like, what is there an EP? Is there a single? Is there an album on the way?
Yeah. So at the moment, again, I was getting bogged down with this record. I've been trying to record a song since November properly. Now I actually am nearly finished this time, but I'd wasted loads of time chasing down this mystery sound that I thought was coming from my room. I actually had all my recording equipment in the car the other night. I was trying to record from the car to see if I could get rid of this sound, because I was like, "What? How is this happening?" I was out my back. I've been trying to do everything. Um, but it turns out it's just a particular way. I wasn't. I just have to trust my ears and just adjust the voice in a particular way. And it wasn't that bad. It actually turned out like it was just. That's where the perfectionism can kind of ruin it. So basically now, um, I'm trying to get this on, and then I'm gonna hopefully get at least one a month. Like that's my plan, just to kind of record. Look at websites like Fiverr, perhaps, where people can do more of the mixing and like take it to another level, basically, just from the audio. Because if